Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. I'm back. I started to do Porsha, but because of the energy that I'm feeling today, it just took me way into another one. But if you get a chance, please look at that video. It's called what, baby Crone?
The Final Warning.
The Final Warning. And it talks about how I was feeling at that moment and inspired to say, I got to put these last words out. So I will never forget it. I got it on tape. So I got it on video, even for me to look back at it. So anyway, let's just get into it. I hope your day is great. I hope everything is copacetic. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the work week. With that being said, let's just get into it and see what's going on with Porsha. Someone asked to hear about Porsha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with Porsha. All I know, last thing I heard was her husband, Kabadia, didn't want to leave the house. Okay. So what Kabadia realized, he didn't marry her. What's the other girl named Fern? What's her name? Fallon. This one, he met a Porsha.
Mm-hmm.
He met a what? He met a lion. This time he done bit off the wrong tree. However, I see the sun. Wow. I see the emperor. Okay. And these three cards alone, as I build around them. Okay. This relationship started out in a bing, bang, boogly, boogly, poof. Everything was done and done and done. And it was done with some secrets, things in the past. It was done. It hurt someone in the middle of all this too, right? Even though people like say they were broke up. Come on, you don't take another woman's husband. Well, you do. You just suffer the consequences. That's all I got. But nevertheless, that's how we learn. Moving on, it's like here, but we do see the emperor. I mean, we do see that this is the oh, don't tell me. Yeah, the emperor. I was right. This is, I don't have my cards. This is, you help me, baby Crone?
Yes.
Okay. So we do see the emperor. So we see somebody who's very strong, who's stronger than her at one point. He was strong. He had enough to beguile her. He had enough where she gave up her show and everything and went running. She had enough that he had enough to give her where she was willing to go and live in a house that she gave him her hand in marriage. He gave her enough where she exposed her daughter to him and looked at him as pappy. Am I right?
That is true.
So here, the truth start coming out. Because these are pentacles. So it started really coming out about the finances. I think that she was in it until some point, until this thing got a little too much. Wait a minute, hold up. Let me help a little bit. I buy a little bit. But wait a minute, this is bigger than what my eyeballs. This is, and when she realized what she got into, that's when she was ready to run. Thus saith the cards. This is what the cards said. Baby Crone, you have a question?
I'm still thinking of a question.
Well, moving on, because I want to read differently with this one.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, you like what you're seeing? You want to add anything to it over there? We have the sun, we have the emperor, and we have Mercury here. No, is that Mercury right there? I can't see it. With the crown,
yes,
and Mercury and the cross, right?
Yes.
So we have Mercury. So we know these were some fiery times over these finances.
Yes.
We know things got rough. And even though it's hot, because they like tropical warm places, you see that is a blizzard when here. That's how bad their finances got. You understand me? Do you see that lighthouse? You see Porsha and her baby making it home back to that light. You hear me? And she's like, I don't care what anybody said about me. All right? You can't fault the woman. When you see danger, you run, right?
Yes.
All right. So she left. It's very emotional. Very emotional, though. But she left. Kid in tow. She left. It was very emotional. She comes off like it didn't bother her.
Oh.
But because I'm looking at it at a nighttime, I'm looking at it as the moon. It was a tough time. I think it probably, I don't want to say it got volatile, but it got nasty fast. As quick as the sun rose, that's as quick as it set. And they opposite of each other. As soon as they were married, that's as soon as they fell apart. You have something to say?
Yes, I do.
Let me hold up a card.
Yes, hold up the 8 of Cups because it's at the very bottom.
Oh, you know, I have my glasses.
Yes, as you see, surprisingly, that's how the sun looked like during our eclipse. However,
yes,
you can tell that in this case, it looks like the moon is waning, which means it's getting smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So you can even see in that point that she has moved on as well. And you know what? Just because we just had this eclipse, and I'm literally seeing that as an eclipse, I feel like something has changed in their relationship that makes her want to move on.
And this is what I'm getting the feeling of, because she's coming back in Pentacles, and I'm seeing it has something to do with earthly material things. This is a material matter. This is earthly goods. This got to do with money, because that's what she's hurrying back to the familiar, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Going back to the familiar. I know I can make a buck. I know I can bring the drama. I know it. And my mind has said this, and I'm going to say it because I'm going to look at this card, and it's like, I don't have any shame. You can't make me be ashamed. And in my mind, I had enough therapy.
Okay.
It's self-worth. I gotta do what's right for me and my child. This is how I feel. But it's like sassy. But it's like I wasn't hard like this. But being on this show and life has made me hard. That's the feeling that I get. So yep, I'm going to shine even when I'm sad. Yep, I'm not going to let it. I'm ready. I'm not going to let the talk and all that get me back to that negative place. I did what I did. This is the energy that I'm pulling from Porsha. I am ready. Yep, I ran back with my head, what is it? My tail between my legs. Yep, because I know I gotta eat. And I know I got some things, and I'm ready. I got an emperor I got to deal with. See, I got to let him know he done messes with the wrongest person. This is what I see. So what are you saying, Porsha? I ain't bound.
Another 8.
Another 8. These 8s are definitely moving on. Here, you see, this couldn't have been easy. This couldn't have been easy. But what I'm getting, that it was at night and now it's kind of gray. So I'm thinking this was a psychological blow that she did to him.
Okay.
I don't think it was. I think it was something psychological, something he didn't expect her to do. Because she was tangled in this for a while. She was caught up in the blaze of glory. Okay? She understands that she has the power within her. She always knew. When she got with him, she didn't give up everything. You see, this is somebody who has the power. They know they need to go. They know they need to cut ties. They know they need to do what they got to do. But they just hesitating to just how you take and look around and say, I'm done with this. So this is where I see that she is done. And that old crow still want to stick around. And it's like, I'm done with this. I'm done. It's too much, too little, too late. I'm done. Am I making sense?
Yes.
You have something you want to say? You see something, baby?
No, but I think I do have a question.
Yes.
My question would be, does Porsha regret marrying Simon?
Ooh, I'm not going to the middle, so no. I want a kid. Whatever be, be. No. I don't see it as a regret. I just kind of feel like she want more. This is not the life I want for me and my child. I don't. Let me get another one, because sometimes that's what I'm feeling. But let me get another one to make sure. The star. The star. You know how something is just over.
Yeah.
It was to me. I'm getting more like a lesson learned.
Okay.
Like I won't ever be that fast again. I won't go on those instincts. But it didn't break her like that. Like she still got her mind. It didn't break her. It didn't make her where she's poor Porsha. It didn't break her like that. Third card. No. She's a socialite. She's
Okay.
going to go for the money. And it's like she know. This person rose to my mind. And that is Phaedra and Porsha.
Okay.
And at one time they were freaking frat. And we learned from the Real from Married to Medicine, that Phaedra was about that coin when she was going to date Dr. G.
Yes.
We realized then that Phaedra don't date men unless they can afford her.
Yes.
Well, this is what I see with Porsha. You can say what you want, but yes, I am going to go for the money. And if you can look at it, you can see just these are all dealing with pentacles, other than the star. The star is dealing with all. So it was no money there. And when it's no money, I'm unhappy because we can't do this. If I got to go back to work and maintain my life, I don't need you. This is how I'm getting it. We can party and put on airs, but I'm paying. No. If I'm going back to work in a humiliation, I'm not taking you along. That's the best way it's coming to me. I never met Porsha, don't know her. It's just me being intuitive and reading the cards. Because you see, they put a good air on, but they were having problems in the end. And that's when you started not seeing them as much because it was costly. Hey, babe, we can't go out to dinner tonight. Look, no, we ain't gonna be able to take that trip right now. I want this. I can't, and too many we just can't. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm saying this is how I'm feeling the feeling and able to explain it. And it was like, if I got to go back to work, this ain't for me. Right?
Yes.
You have a question. That makes sense to me. I ain't mad at her. What you have to say?
I want to know, does Simon still want Porsha?
That's a good one. He's looking on. Let's see. That's looking on. I'm going to say, I don't, because I know that I'm trying to get in focus of today. Today, I see the Sun card, and I also see the Ram, Aries. And Aries are very, very strong. And like I said, he was an emperor at one point. So there was something he liked about her. I want to say intimacy.
Okay.
But I don't know. I gotta say, this has nothing to do with this card. But all I'm seeing is dentist. That name sounds so familiar to me.
Is Dennis Porsha's
What's his Dennis? His name. Oh my God, I'm really having a moment. Dennis. That's what keep coming in my mind. Dennis. Is she back with Dennis? Is she seeing Dennis? Dennis is the baby father, Dennis? That's his roadblock. Oh my goodness. See if she with Dennis, please. Because He's moving. He doesn't want to move on, but he still had feelings for Porsha. He loved Porsha. He didn't expect to love her like that, but he loved her. Is it true?
Yep. March 15th on the Bravo website, Porsha Williams spotted with Dennis McKinley after splitting from Simon. Oh my God.
Dennis. And that is his roadblock.
Okay.
So she cut him off intimately. So it's like, if I do have feelings for him, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm giving my affections to Dennis. So you feel what I'm trying to say? You feel what I'm trying to say? So you don't have no power there. I went back to the man I loved before you, Dennis. My God, I can't even believe this. It's like,
I know.
It was just, and I just kept on hearing. Then, honestly, if you look back at my readings, you'll see I make mistakes. You'll see, because I can't read on these people. If I can, it just blocks my view. I have no idea. When are the Real Housewives? When are they coming on?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Okay, see,
find out.
I would like to know when they come back.
Right now.
So you mean to tell me Dennis is back in the picture?
Yes.
I'm done. Didn't I tell you she's a lion? She's a lioness. But she did love Dennis at one point. It's sad to think.
Okay.
Before, as you look up what you look up, it is sad to think that we could be caught up in a ball of fire and everything feels and look and seems so perfect. Just a year later to just fall apart over one thing that you can't master, finances. Dennis, baby Crone, what you got?
All we got is that it should be airing. It says the earliest is fall of 2024.
We will be there, God willing. So here we are. So we have Dennis. We have Dennis riding in. Dennis riding in. He's like that water and he's like earth. I mean, he's like air and earth. Am I right, baby Crone?
Yeah.
He's like that fire and earth. Here he is standing there looking out. Like this to me. Let me say how I see it. This is him. This is Gabadia.
Yes.
He was the emperor. He had it all. And now this is him with his bags packed like he got to leave, trying to hold on to Porsha. But Porsha done put a stake in his heart. And he's struggling. And here's Dennis riding in like, I got what you need. In other words, I got your finances. I got whatever you need, baby. I got water. I got this. What you need. I got you. Where my baby? That's the best way I can put it. Did that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
That's how I see that he's coming in. And this leave Kabadi, you gotta move on. And it's like that's the stake in his heart. Like, I can't believe she left me like that. I can't believe. What's Porsha's sign? Don't tell me she's a Scorpio. Don't tell me I could take anything, but don't tell me she's a Scorpio. I gotta know her sign. This girl plays.
You was close.
Oh, Lord.
A Cancer.
Oh. Well, what I can say about her is this. She's honest with herself. Cancers are very broody, but they got a hard shell. And once you penetrate them and break their shell, they are hard of gold. But they can be hard. And for whatever reason, this finances or whatever, I think you're not going to play me. You're not going to break me. You're not, whatever. Whatever penance I got to serve, I serve, but it ain't going to be here in this. I think that Porsha done been around the block, and Porsha done seen some things and knows some things, and he couldn't play her with it. He misunderstood who he married. And now he's the one that's there, standing there, life in shambles, stuttering, while Dennis McKinley popped in my mind. See? Like say my name. Dennis McKinley popped in and saying, you know what? She need me and I'm here to save the day. My baby is involved. And I'm not going to let my baby suffer. And this seems like a man, that's saying, I was in my baby's life. I love my baby. Like I love his baby. And he's there to really help them, balance them, and get them in a good place where she can get over it. I don't know how strong their relationship is, but I do see fire and I do see earth. And I see that, so it just seems like he's there to saturate all the water and the emotional. So right now, this is more of a balancing relationship. Like they really balancing each other out. I don't know if they rushing into it. I can't see, but I know for now, he's there. How long? I don't know, because the cards change, but he's that balance. Because remember, she's crabby, so she's emotional. And he came in her life and he balanced her out. You see it's here twice.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
And you see over here, this is her husband. This is the son. And you see the Aries. This is like, I'm in control of this. Came after this. And so you see he has no power. So his status has been reduced to a man that's hiking on the road. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And please don't come back no more. And then you see Dennis McKinley riding in as the knight. I got what you need. And then you see him balancing them. You see this is a page with this energy, with this fun, and drying up her tears because she's a Cancer and she's emotional. And this really hurt Porsha more than what we all know. Whether she was right or wrong, it's irrelevant. This person wanted to know what's going on with Porsha. They didn't ask me to judge. They just want to know what's going on. And when I read, I try to be objective. So I think that he came in. He wiped up some of those tears, made her feel again, and she was able to get rid of him. So you know what they say, when you find it hard to get when you find it hard to get over, then you try to find a place to get under. And I think that's what she's doing with this Kenny. What's his name again?
Dennis McKinley.
See, didn't I tell you the name? Dennis McKinley. It don't even stay with me. Dennis McKinley. So I don't know where this at, how they going to do, but this is just a for now, if that makes sense. I don't know how it's going to go. They have history and they have a child. And when it's all said and done, these are bruises when you run off and marry another man. These are bruises. These are socks, and this don't look good. So they are working through. But either way, they are finding a grounding, even if it's for their baby Laura. Or what's her name? Palara.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. Well, anyway, do you have any more questions?
No, I
think that was good. I answered them all. That's all I got. Baby Crone got to go to school and I got to have some breakfast. I really have exhausted some energy. I feel wonderful. Thank you for joining us. Please give us a thumb up. Subscribe. We really, it could really help us with our algorithm, really. And we appreciate it so much. We hope you enjoy this reading. Sunflowers.